Hello, everyone. Long time no see. Today, we're having another webinar, online demo, and we will be talking about acoustic water leak detector. So we didn't have webinars for like 1.5 months. I was absent at the office, and nobody had an opportunity to have a webinar for you. I'm back, and the webinars are also back. So, as you could see in the topic of today's event, we're going to talk about water leak detector. All of you, or most of you, know that we have one core model of acoustic water leak detector. It is AT407N. And today I'm going to explain to you how to use this equipment, how to locate the leakage, and we will try to locate the leakage in our test field, which is behind our building. And I will give you all the helpful tips for successful water leakage location. First of all, to those of you who don't know me, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dima. I'm head of technical department at TECHNO-AC. Also, if you don't know our company, or if you don't remember, TECHNO-AC is a manufacturer of cable and pipe locators, water leak detectors, and cable fault locators. We have been doing this for almost 30 years, and we have pretty much experience in this business, in this manufacturing. So our equipment is considered to be most effective inside and outside of Russia. Yeah, we're a Russian company, by the way. Okay, so let us move to acoustic water leak detector that I'm having here on our table. First of all, I would like to explain what is acoustic leak detection in general. So basically, in order to locate some noise, which is done with acoustic method, you have to have some microphone or the sensitive element. We have it here. It is AD227, an acoustic sensor, which is supplied with digital receiver, which acquires the acoustic signal and transfers it to digital signal and indicates numeric values of the signal, of the noise. This is basically a portable computer which helps you to understand where is the leakage. And a bit later, I will understand you how to do that. Also, because this device is acoustic, you need your headphones, which will help you to hear the actual noise of the water. And of course, you have some accessories which will help you to work in different conditions. For example, these two extension rods for sand, the magnet in order to access the pipe in the manhole, or the hard metal handle, which is also used for soft or snow type of soils. So what's the process? What's the process behind acoustic water leak detection? I will try to describe it in few steps, and I will be explaining each steps. Now I will do this theoretically, and later I will explain each step in the real working conditions. So the first step is observing the rules, I would say, or regulations for successful water leak detection. So there are two rules for successful water leak detection. The first one is the depth of the pipe should not be more than 3 meters. That's the main rule. And the second main rule is the pressure, the water pressure inside the pipe should be 2 bar or more. If it's at least 2 bar, it's fine. You can try to hear the noise of leaking water. When you are sure, or when you're sure that these two regulations are observed, you can try locating the leakage from the pipe. Basically, the pipe can be made of any material, and it may lay below any surface like concrete, or just normal ground, or asphalt, or road, or pavement, anything. So this is the first rule: not deeper than 3 meters, and the pressure should be 2 bar or more. The second rule, the second step, sorry, you have to know where the pipe is going. You need this because you will be placing acoustic sensor alongside the pipe in order to evaluate the signal. So you have to know that. You can trace it with TECHNO-AC locator or with some other locator. You can use any drawings provided by the service person or by the client, or from your local GIS software, from anywhere, but you have to know where is the pipe. So this is step 2. Step 3, you have to hear the normal sound of the water which is passing through the pipe. The process of location starts here. The location of leakage starts here. You have to place your acoustic sensor connected to the receiver on the pipe, and you have to hear the normal sound of water which is passing through the pipe. It will help you to understand what is the frequency of the water noise, and what are you going to look for. Because when you hear this, you will apply digital filter in the receiver settings. This is the receiver. You will apply a digital uh, filter and apply the settings, and you will be looking for maximum signal of this noise, because uh, the normal water sound is much louder in the spot of leakage, but the frequency remains the same. So this is how this instrument works, basically. And this is a step 4, locate the maximum signal. So you can see there are 4 steps for the location, and I will show you that they are pretty easy to do, to feel this, to fulfill these steps, to comply with these steps. And I think that we can go to our basement, and I will try to show you that leak detection is very easy. So I would like you to recap the information a little bit. So first of all, your pipe can be made of any material, but it shouldn't be laying deeper than 3 meters. The second one, the pressure inside the pipe, water pressure, should be 2 bars or more. First, you have to know where your pipe is going. Then you have to hear the natural sound of water by applying the sensor to the pipe in any visible place, or by just putting the sensor on the ground above the normal part of the pipe, I mean undamaged part of the pipe. And then you're applying digital filters, and then you're locating the maximum signal uh, of the water noise. So this is pretty much it. I will try to show you how it's done in practice today. While we are walking back and forth, turning on the water, turning off the water, you can type your questions in a chat box if you have some, and I will reply to all of your questions in the end of this event. Hopefully we will have enough questions to discuss everything connected with water leakage location, but you can ask me any questions about any equipment if you like. Okay, I'm taking my headphones. I'm taking the acoustic sensor and turning on the receiver. You can see the firmware version and the basic indication. So when I connect the sensor to the receiver, you can see that the sensor is automatically recognized, and the water leak detection mode is also enabled. All we have to do is connect our headphones, and we should go to our test spot in order to locate the leakage. So while we're going, I would like to say that all equipment manufactured by TECHNO-AC is supplied with English user manual, and it has 1 year warranty, and we provide full service to our equipment in several countries. And for those countries that don't have our service centers, we provide online support and free spares delivery. Yeah. So if you have any more questions, you can type them and I will reply once we're done with the demonstration. So now I will go to the basement and turn on the water for our test field. Выключи микрофон, пожалуйста. And you can hear me and see me well. Let's check before the actual demonstration. Please send a plus in the chat box if you can hear me and see me well. And my operator will check if everything is fine. Okay, he reports that everything is fine. Okay, so as you can see, I have connected the sensor, the headphones to the receiver, and I'm already placed my sensor somewhere on the ground surface. But first I would like to explain how our test polygon is working. So this is our building, basically the manufacturing side of TECHNO-AC. And there is a sewer pipe which is coming out of the building, and it is going a little bit off here to the manhole. And we're going to look for the leakage in this pipe. So this is basically a simulated leakage, which we use for demonstrations and for equipment test. And we will try to locate the noise of the water which is coming out of our building and drain somewhere in the manhole. I'm taking the headphones and I'm turning on the receiver. So when you turn on the receiver, it starts in a standby mode, which indicates the type of sensor, the mode, the operating mode, and the backlight level and the battery status. In order to start the actual operation, you have to press measure button. And the device will start in so-called scale mode. The scale mode indicates the signal level from minimum to maximum, and it is used for the location of the leakage when you have applied all digital filters. We don't need this mode right now. That is why we will switch the visual indication of the device into spectrum mode. And I will press this little TV button or video indication button twice in order to enable the spectrum mode. This mode is represented by a scale which has filling bars. I will show you. Just give me a second, please. I will increase the sensitivity of the device so you could see how this mode looks like. So you can see that there are white and black bars, and they represent the whole spectrum, which is recognized by the acoustic sensor. So the numeric value of the spectrum is indicated here. It is 0.09 to 2.20 kilohertz. So now you can see that acoustic sensor recognizes the noise in this whole spectrum, and all we have to do is to hear to locate the actual constant noise of running water by placing the sensor different spots of the leakage of the pipe. Sorry. So I'm taking you back to the steps which I've described. So the first step was to make sure that the pipe is not deeper than 3 meters. This particular pipe is 2-meter deep. The second, the pressure should be 2 bar or more. This rule is also obligated, is also followed. The pressure is 2 bar straight. The second, we have to know where is the pipe. We know where is the pipe because it's our demo pipe, but you have to use your pipe locator in order to locate the pipe. The third one, we have to hear the actual sound of running water. And this is what I will try to do right now. I will decrease the sensitivity of the device a little bit so we could have some numeric indication. And I know that pipe is going out of the building somewhere here. Each time I don't know the exact position of the pipe. That is why I have to place the sensor to the ground surface and I have to check where is the signal. And we can see that even with such small amplification, the signal, we have some distinctive signal somewhere here. It is higher, the black segment of the display is higher than the rest of the scale. And I will add some amplification just to be sure that we're on the right way. And I will place the sensor a little bit right, just 10 to 15 centimeters. And we see that this signal, the noise of running water, is more distinctive now. What I'm going to do, I will try to add some volume in my headphones, and I will put the headphones closer to my microphone so you could hear the noise of the water. Let me know in the chat box if you can hear the noise of the water. There is some noise. There is some noise, and this is the noise which is created by the water inside the pipe. So what we have to do is to enable the digital filter. So to do that, we have to press filter button, which is here. I'm pressing the filter button once, and then I have to press F button in order to apply some settings. Just give me a second, I will disable all the filters so you could see how does this work. So we know that our water noise is laying in this particular spectrum. We have to cut off the spectrum out of the rest frequency range. So I will be pressing left and right arrow keys, and I will be removing the rest of the noise from the spectrum. So you see, when I'm changing the settings by pressing left and right arrow keys, the scale here is also changing, and the scale here is also changing. It means that I'm cutting off the noise of the water, sorry, not of the water, but of other noises surrounding me, like wind, cars, and people around me. So now device recognizes only the noise of the water, only this part of the spectrum. The rest is irrelevant for the device right now. So when we did this, we have to switch back to the scale mode. We have to press the visual indication button once, and we're back to the scale mode. And we have to locate maximum signal indicated by the receiver. So I'm proposing to move our uh, sensor 1 meter alongside the pipe. It should be something like here. We place the sensor and we see that the signal is something like 10, 11, 12 maybe. So it's not zero. The device hears something, but the signal is very low, so there is no leakage. I'm moving 1 meter more, give the device some time, and we see that it is 33, 28, 25. So the device indicates that it is approaching something, and the signal level, the noise of the water also increases. It means that we're approaching the leakage. We're placing the sensor even closer, and we have something like 28 to 30. It's almost the same as in the previous spot, but the signal is still high. Let's try placing it right above the manhole, which is here. And you can see that the device is overloaded. Both scales of the screen are full, and it means that the signal is too high. Let's decrease the gain so we could have some numeric value. And it is like 64, 60. You see that the signal is very high. And let us move the sensor 1 meter alongside the pipe, like even here. You can see that the signal is almost absent. So we had something like 60, and now it's only 10, like in the beginning of our pipe. Let us check. Just give me a second, please. Let us check. I'm adding some volume so you could hear the noise of running water. Yeah, this is the leakage. So this is how you locate the leakage. Let us recap everything from the beginning. Our pipe wasn't deeper than 3 meters. This is a metal pipe, and the pressure inside this pipe is 2 bar straight. We know where the pipe is going, but if you don't know, you have to locate it with pipe locator or metal detector or PVC pipe locator, whatever you have to know where the pipe is going, the direction of the pipe. Then we have heard the signal of normal signal of water at the beginning of our test field near the wall. We heard how the water creates noise when it's normally passing through the pipe. We have stored this signal level and we have applied digital filters through the receiver, and we have located the maximum signal of this noise, and that is how we have located the leakage. The maximum signal is the leakage. Also, we moved 1 meter or several meters away from the supposed leakage spot in order to make sure that the signal is maximum in a particular point. That is how we locate the leakage with acoustic leak detector. If everything is clear, I will go and turn off the water because we have to save water. And when I'm back, I will be ready to reply to all of your questions. So make sure you have typed them in your chat box. So we're back. Oh, sorry. Just give me a second, please. So we're back, yes, and we can reply to all your questions. Questions. Normally, when the leak is bad, the signal along the leaking pipe is almost the same. Anyway, identifying the spot of the leakage. In this case, you have to adjust the gain on the receiver. You have your sensitivity settings. This one increases the gain and this one decreases. But you have to be careful with this setting because you have to do it only once uh, only once when you do the inspection of the pipe. What I mean? I mean that when you're inspecting the pipe and you have stored the signal of running water, you have to use one setting of the gain for one inspection. So first, for example, you have, let me show you just a second. So for example, you have 16 dB setting of the gain. and you inspect the whole pipe with this setting and check the signal. Then if you are in the situation that you described in your question, that signal is not changing, you add some gain, for example, make it 24, and you have to go all the way alongside the pipe and see if everything changes. Then, if there is still no luck, you can increase the gain, but make sure that the device is not overloading, like this symbol is not appearing, because if it is appearing, it means that you have overloaded the input of acoustic sensor. Also, you can try positioning the sensor more correctly. I mean, when you are trying to locate the normal sound of water, try positioning the sensor more accurately above the pipe, or try locating the access to the pipe and place the sensor on the pipe itself. It may help you understanding and receiving better signal of normal water. That should help. Any other questions? Maybe? No, I think there is no questions left. Okay, so hopefully the whole information which I gave to you is clear and understandable. And if no, you know that you can contact me through WhatsApp, through email, through our website, and you can send me a message and I will explain everything to you step by step. And you will be able to see that location is easy. Also, we do private trainings for our clients and for our distributors, where we explain everything and reply to all of your questions in your situations with your pipes. And we also can do this for you if you need this. But for now, I thank you for your attention. I thank you for your participation. And I hope to see you in 2 weeks on our next webinar. Thank you very much. Bye bye.